What's up guys, FuryTV here, and we're back with another episode of Poker Hands. Today, we're going to be taking a look over some of the best poker bluffs seen in HPT events. Before getting into it, I would like to ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy our videos, as your support is allowing us to continue posting videos on a daily basis.
Maine, all hoping to be our next HPT champion. Up top, Kenna, $75,571.
A lot to play for out there for these guys. And it's wonderful to make it this far. You know, people forget when they tune in, they watch a final table, what these players have already been through to get to this point.
Yes, several days of grinding, 11, 12, 13-hour days. And then, you know, on the night before the final table, well, nobody sleeps because we play late into the early morning sometimes. And then, man, all the anxiety and the TV cameras and all the things that go along with that. So these guys, you know, they've got to be whipped, and that's why it's good to be in good physical and mental shape. As we go to the flop, it's king, queen, jack. So both players getting a piece of that. Bruce hitting his king, and Michael flopping a queen and a jack.
Yeah, two pair on a wet board. This is actually a lot more complicated hand than it looks like because of the texture of the board. It's flushing, it's straighting. So Michael's two pair, which is normally really big, kind of shrinks up on a board like this, and that's why he just elects to call.
135,000 and the call. Pot of almost 500,000 chips in there. And we go to the turn card. It's the 4 of hearts.
Interesting now, Bruce senses, that he might not have the best hand here. But it's going to be tough. Even if his opponent bets here, it's going to be tough to get away because there's straight draws, there's flush draws that he's ahead with his king. So I expect this to go check, bet, call. And he doesn't call.
It's a raise now to 500,000.
See, now this puzzles me, James. I'm not sure if he's raising on a bluff here or if he thinks in his own mind that he's raising for value.
Michael makes the call. Well, huge pot forming here in Florence, Indiana.
Yeah, as I said, on this flop, this could get very tricky because of the texture of the board, and that's exactly what's happened.
River card is the 7 of spades, and now Bruce is going all in.
Wow. This is flat-out aggression at its finest. Look at, and he's hidden down underneath his hat.
All right, Mike's gonna fold here.
Wow, Michael's gonna lay it down.
Lay down a monster, he says, and he's right. And they say aggression wins in poker. There's a prime example of it right there.
Talk about aggression. This guy,
he knows where he's at, knows when he's in front, knows when he's behind. He's got not only a GTO player, he's got good feel. And if he can double up one more time, this is really going to be a horse race down the stretch.
Bobby's going to make the call with his king 9, and now the option over to Josh in the big. He's going to check, and to the flop we go. It's king, jack 10, couple of hearts, so a little something for everybody there, Kenny James.
A little something more for Bobby, which he needs, by the way. He's got top pair and the same straight draw. He's going to go ahead and bet for value, 125,000. I expect Josh to call here, and he does.
All right, 125,000 and the call. Turn card now.
Ooh.
Bingo. That's the queen of hearts.
Now, look at this. Very interesting is both players make the bottom end of the straight. Who wants it more? Both players check.
River card is the 9 of spades, so kind of a curious hand developing here towards the end.
Well, now you would think, you know, a lot of players just check out here and just think it's a chop, but not these two players. They're shrewd. If they think they can bet the other player out of a chop, they'll do it, and that's exactly what Bobby is going to do here with a 500,000 chip bet, forcing Josh to make the call if he wants to go for the chop.
Now, of course, there's a higher straight out there, and the flush made it on the turn.
Yeah, so it's possible flush. Obviously, an ace makes a higher straight. Look at this! How about Josh? Josh says, oh, you don't want to chop it? All right, here, I'll put you to the real test.
And look at that. He's going to get Bobby to fold his hand. I love heads-up poker here on the HPT. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, it is much easier for us up here. You see the chip counts there, Jason and Osama. up top. But here on the HPT with our structure, Kenna, anything is possible.
Sure is, especially for Ralph Massey. He's definitely a regular on the HPT, but now on the short stack, he's going to have to make something happen, especially at this blind level of 50 and 100,000 with the 50K ante.
Dave's going to raise it up to $250,000 with his ace-5. Jason makes the call. Ralph's going to get out of the way. Action over to Osama. Osama's had quite a bit of success here on the HPT, and he's going to go ahead and defend his big blind here, 6-4 of diamonds, and see a flop. And it comes out 10-5 deuce, couple of clubs.
Yeah, he's got a gut shot straight. Now, Osama likes these low-suited connectors, one-gappers. And look at this. He's going to take a creative stab at this pot. I like this play. He's deceptively aggressive and creative, and that's how he gets these chip stacks and chips together to make these final tables.
All right, Dave is going to make the call. And now Jason, as you see, covering his face. We'll talk about that later. He's going to make the call with his flush draw here. So to the turn card we go. It's the deuce of hearts. Once again, action on Osama.
Will he continue putting his foot on the gas? Not with two callers. He's going to look to get the free card and hopefully river his straight over to Dave. I expect him to check on margin here with just a pair of 5s.
And, of course, we can see the cards. Dave in the lead with his pair of 5s. And now we go to the river card, and it's a blank. It's the 8 of spades.
Now, the only way for Osama to win is to bet and represent that 10.
And Osama is going to do just that. So the pot right now, 1.6. We'll see what he decides to put in the middle. 525,000 chips.
Now this is a tough spot for Dave because he feels like his opponent might be bluffing with a missed flush draw, and his 5 might be good. He's got to be aware of the player behind him as well.
Well, he is going to make the call, and now Jason.
Oh, he just announced raise.
1.5. 1.5.
Wow, look at this play. A raise to 1.5 million, and
he's sensing that his opponents are up to shenanigans.
Wow, I like it. Well, you know Osama has to fold here, so this is just give me a few more seconds or a minute here of some TV time, but he's obviously not going to make that call, and Dave can't either. We'll see, though. He's still holding his cards. I mean, of course, he can make the call.
He does have the best hand, don't forget. But
and
look
he's
at
going to
this
fold.
play by Jason.
Wow, I like it. I like it a lot. I didn't expect to see it. Jason Mangold from right here in Chicago, Illinois. He's 35 years old, 50,000.
Let's get right back to the action. Someone's going to win a whole lot of money tonight. Actually, second place, not too shabby either. Jacob wakes up with ace-king. He's going to raise to 300,000.
Yeah, and it looks like Ari is going to
re-raise with his ace-7.
Wow.
I love heads-up poker.
It's okay. You know, I like fighting for the lead when you're out of position and you have a reasonable hand like Ari does, but not going to work this time. It's really a matter of how Jacob's going to play it. He just elects to call.
Yeah, surprised at that.
I don't like it because now you're almost flop dependent. Let's see what it comes.
We go to the flop now. It comes out King Jack Trey. So
little do I know now.
Right,
now it's set up perfectly. Set up perfectly. He's got the guy, his opponent on the line. He should just call again since he set up the trap perfectly pre-flop. And he does. I like it. Now, you know, what do I know? Geez, these guys are playing for 6-figure paydays. I'm up here just spewing nonsense.
For not a 6-figure payday. Turn card is the 8 of diamonds.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Ari slows down now. Well, he checks the spirit guide.
Check the runner over there.
Checks the spirit guide.
We got a man on base.
Yep, man on base.
Okay, a pot there swelling up to almost $2.8 million.
What? All in?
He's all in.
No. Oh, what a turn of events.
Fortunes are changing here on the HPT.
What's Jacob waiting for?
Yeah, what I mean, come on, the show's only an hour. I mean, what's he waiting for?
He's got it.
No, he's not folding.
No.
He's going to take down the pot.
No, he's not folding.
What?
Well, how did he?
All right, I finally figured out what Ari's doing. He's getting his spirit guides to go over and cast a spell on Jacob.
How does he fold?
Fantastic for these players to come out and play for these great prize pools. Nearly 90,000 for first place at stake today as Mike opens up with a raise to 250,000.
Playing three-handed here, the 7 tray of diamonds, good enough to raise that to $250,000. And now Bill here looks down at 9-6.
Looks like, this blind steal should work, except no, says Bill. The Horseman. Bill Horseman defending his equity in the blind.
Let's see the flop.
All right, we go to the flop. Heads up here, Bill and Mike. And the flop comes out Jack 8-6, couple of diamonds. So something for everybody there, Kenna.
Yeah, a couple of raggedy hands to start. Finding a little bit of hope for each player here on the flop.
Both players going to check. Pot size of just over 600,000. 10 of clubs comes on the turn. Bill, he'll be first to act. He's 57 years old, a business owner in Kentucky.
He's got a pair and an open-ended straight. And Mike, with the flush draw and a gut shot straight, he makes the call. To the river we go.
And the river card, another 10, this time the 10 of spades. So the check mark there goes to Bill. There's 10s and 6s, and he's going to check over to Mike. And now all Mike can do here is bluff. So he's going to put some chips out there. Looks like 700,000.
Yeah, those are black chips. The black chips are worth 100,000 apiece, ladies and gentlemen.
See if Bill can make this call. We got a pot of over 2 million chips.
Yep.
And he's going to fold it.
Wow.
He's going to fold it. Mike Shanahan, the attorney, with $450,000 in career earnings.